I want to go break down a play that I think is so incredibly revealing of how good Duke is. Duke's going to run a high pick and roll here with Caleb Foster. Caleb Foster, by the way, 1.0 turnovers per game in 2023. You need a guy who can make this high pick and roll pass. Duke, as I mentioned, has 3 of those guys. So Malik Brown, he's going to catch it here. He is a 74% two-point shooter. I mentioned the importance of the inside scoring with the lob catchers. Duke has about 3 of those. So what's the defense going to do? They're going to completely crash because they respect his ability to finish at the rim. So what does this do? Here's the separating factor of Duke. Duke, along with the passing, along with the lob catching, has not just good, but elite level shooting. So he's going to kick it out to here to Mason Gillis. Mason Gillis, by the way, is a 47% three-point shooter. I know he catches it at a weird angle, but this right here could be a good shot with a 47% three-point shooter. But here is the absolute separating factor of Duke. Most, as I mentioned, most good college teams have about 3 to 4 good shooters on the court at once. Well, Duke and NBA teams have 4 to 5 good shooters on the court at once at all times. So all of a sudden, this guy right here, Mason, he has to make a choice. He is in complete no man's land right now as it is. They have to crash on Gillis because of how good of a shooter he is. But what do you know? Canon James right next to him is a 38% three-point shooter. This guy can shoot it easily. He gets the ball. All of a sudden, he's got some choices himself. Look at this first off. Arizona State has 3 guys on defense in no man's land because of the entry-level pass that Caleb Foster made, because of Malik Brown's ability to finish at the rim, and because of Mason Gillis' elite shooting ability. So Canon James has got 3 choices. He can swing it to Caleb Foster, who's a 41% three-point shooter. He can drive. He can get that paint defender in, and he can try to throw a lob to Malik Brown, or he can go sort of the high elbow and kick it to Darren Harris, the freshman, who was 2 for 5 from 3 this game. Or you, of course, can take the great shot, and Canon James, because he's a 38% three-point shooter, is going to drain this shot. That being said, 50% of basketball is having good decoys. Duke has a bunch of them. 50% of basketball is having guys who can actually do it. Duke has a bunch of them. That right there is why Duke is a national title contender, and in my humble opinion, the national title favorite.